Not too long ago, Squarespace was making quite a lot of noise about the fact that they now had a video library feature. So you can host a collection of videos all in one place with filters and all this good stuff. But I feel like it's still quite obscure as to like how to do this, how to set it up, the best way to go about it. So I want to sort of put all obscurity to the side and help you understand, okay, how do I use this best? How do I actually populate it? And how do I set it up? So let's get into it. You join me on the website here. So this is a template set up by Squarespace. If we go into pages and then we click on plus, so you can add it to the main nav, which goes here, or in the not linked section, which goes down here. So click plus, find videos. So this is in collections. And if we click this, we've got two different templates to choose from. And we can swap this whenever, it doesn't really matter. But I like this one because it's got a header image. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to give it a name. So this is like a chicken or maybe a burger place. So I'll call it burger recipes. And it takes us in here. So this is very similar to what you'll see in a members area or even a blog. So it's basically just a collection. Squarespace has these collection pages where it's lots of different pages under one name, and it kind of sits separate to other pages. So here, we have our pages. Here, we go into another pages. So it's basically just like a subsection. So you can see here, we've got all of our videos in one place. If we click on all videos, we then go one deeper and we can see all of them in here. So let's go into 5 tips for beginners as a example. You can see you've got the video up top, and then we have some context beneath with a like a next and a previous navigation, so you can go between videos like this. Then there's a you may also like, which just suggests other videos in there. So how do we actually add our own? Well, click on plus, and then we're going to add our video in here. So if you click on this, you can upload a video, or you can select from your own library that you already uploaded the video to, let's say sometime in the past. Or you can add a YouTube video, which I will do now. So I'm going to click on YouTube here, paste this link in. It's going to find the video. I'm going to click add. And there we go. That's my latest video in there. If you do it from YouTube, it is actually going to populate the title for you as well. So you can pop an excerpt in. I'm just going to say, watch my video on embedding carl.com into a Squarespace website. Great. Okay. And that's actually automatically put a URL in there, which is interesting. So I'll remove that. You can give it a description as well. So the description is what sits under the video. I'll just do the same because I'm lazy. It doesn't really matter. And then we can give it a custom URL. So obviously this is a little bit of a random URL. So we'll just call this burger recipes intro video. And then you can have related videos. So under the you might like, this will be what's shown. So either none, if nothing is like it, or all, or then any other categories that you've got set up. And we'll come on to how to set up those categories in a minute. So I'm just going to say all for now. You can make it a featured video. You can also duplicate and delete it. But if you're setting it up, you don't want to do that, obviously. So categories. Here's how we add them. These are the pre-populated ones. You can just get rid of these if you wish by clicking delete, and that will delete it for everything else as well. So for this one, I'm going to say intro videos. Add that in, and that's going to create a new category. So tick that. Status, you can put that to published. And then SEO, if this is going to be publicly facing, pretty important. You can put your title and your description in there. If it's going to be behind a paywall, which we will come on to, then there's no point. But anyway, click save. And there we go. My beautiful face up in the video. You can see we've got the title, we've got the description, we've got the navigation, and then the you might also like down here. If we click on edit, we can go into edit video, which takes us back into the screen that we were in, or we can edit the section itself. And by editing the section, this will change text alignment, which is here, the meta data, should I say, which is going to be above or below the title. You can change the date, or not change the date. You can change whether it's shown. Same with categories, delimiter style. It's all, by the way, these are like styling. So you can hide all of these, or you can show all of these, or you can do a mixture of all of them. Anyway, it's basically the same as styling a blog, like a blog section. So all you need to do is go through, choose what you think looks best, and this will apply to all of the other videos in the collection. So I've changed the styling here ever so slightly. But if I then go into 5 tips for beginners, you can see the styling has carried over. So center aligned. There's the new video in there. Bit different from yoga. But there we go. So also, just FYI, you can add a custom featured image if you uploaded the video. Because this is a YouTube video, it's going to take the thumbnail of that video. Now, if we go back to the overview page, we can give this a bit of styling. So you can see it's carried across my thumbnail, title, description, etc. But I want to change this. So edit. And this is just a random section, like a standard build on Squarespace. So if I click remove, that can go, and I can add something else on if I wanted. So let's go back and let's change the section background. So we'll replace this, and you can either upload, select from library, or browse stock imagery. So I will do burgers. They look juicy, so we'll put that one in. And we'll wait for that to upload. So while that's uploading, we can change the color. Let's maybe put a dark overlay on there. Change the opacity. And then let's move this down and change from fit to fill, or from fill to fit, should I say. And we'll change that to it all burgers with an idea. It makes no sense, but I wanted to get burger in there. So change the styling of the up top. Now, when we go one further down, edit section. Again, much like a blog collection, as most collections are on Squarespace, you have this section styling. So you can change the columns, you can change the spacing between the items, either horizontally or vertically, the image placement above or below. I would always keep it above. I think below just looks really weird. So above, change the image spacing, change the text alignment, change whether you want to show or not show the excerpt, title spacing, content width, and then the categories up top, you can actually put them in a sidebar down here, which I actually think looks quite good. Then you can select what the primary metadata is that's shown, or you can have none, and then you can do secondary, and the delimiter style, which is the thing in between the meta content. So that is that. Or you can also change, obviously, the colors. So if I wanted to make that, let's make it orange. You can change that too. And then obviously you can put sections beneath or stack some sections above. Completely up to you. Hit save. And there we go. We've got a mixture of yoga, burgers, and me. Now, if you want to add a pricing plan to all of this, what we need to do is click on pricing plans, obviously, create a pricing plan. And let's say, we're going to keep it called burger recipes. So put a name of the pricing plan, description of the pricing plan if you want, benefits if you want. I'll keep them in just to show you. And then you can choose whether you have a fixed amount, a subscription, or you want to make it free. I'm going to keep this as a subscription, and I want people to pay £30 every month. But you can do every week, every year, or even every, goes up to 11. Could do weeks. I don't know why you'd bill people every 11 weeks, but yeah, Let's do months. Every 1 month. Or we can have, let's say a yearly fee, which is less. So let's say, or works out to less per month. Let's say the yearly fee is 200 per year. And then you can see we've got 2 options to choose from there. Included products, that's going to be your digital product, which is burger recipes. And then you can actually set enrollment dates. This is a separate video, but you can basically choose when people can access the sign up. Outside of that, they'll have to sign up to a waitlist. So we'll create this. And then now everything lives behind a paywall. And you can see this is what the paywall looks like. Actually come out really nice out of the box. But again, you can change the headline, the description, and then you can choose where the paywall is actually placed. So when someone, let's say, goes onto the main page, they can click on a video, but then when they click on the video, the paywall comes up. We can also put it on all content, but this is quite restrictive. So I would always recommend just place it on the video player, because this gets people to be able to browse through the video content. Click, maybe they get suckered into, not suckered in, but maybe they get attracted into something that they like the look of. Then they hit the paywall. Then they're more likely to actually pay for that content because they're a little bit more invested. So we'll save this. And what we can also do, I'll show you one more thing. Let's say this is our sign up page. You can create your own like sales page for your video collection. Let's imagine the user lands on here. We click add block, and then we're going to say digital product. Double click on this, and we go for burger recipes. And you can see you can insert this block anywhere that you want people to be able to sign up to your video collection. If we go into design, we can change the block, and we can change what is actually shown within that block, the text within the block, etc., etc. So if you're happy with that, hit save, hit exit. People can sign up. People can then, once they are signed up, go into burger recipes. They can browse through. So let's say they click on this. Now this is where they would get hit with the paywall. So they would get this deep and then hit the paywall. It is far more likely someone will sign up at this stage than if we were to add it just on all videos. So that would be, if I could navigate the menus, I would show you. There we go. They're more likely to sign up than if they was on this page. So that's a breakdown of the video collection, how to host a collection of videos on Squarespace. Hopefully you found that useful. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and hit subscribe. And if you want me to build your Squarespace website, you can get in touch using the links in the description.